Hey, how's it going, everybody? If you're with me, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So, I just got done watching uh, Mickey 17. It's directed by uh, I, kind of one of my favorite directors, Bong Joon Ho. So he's a Korean director, and I didn't see. I know I'm slipping. I haven't seen Parasite yet, but I did see Snowpiercer. And Snowpiercer was like one of my favorite movies. I love that movie. Uh, so when I heard he was directing Mickey 17, I was excited for this movie. Um, has Robert Pattinson as the lead, uh, and and that's the thing with people with Robert Pattinson. And I'm gonna you know kind of get this disclaimer out the way. Um, y'all need to stop bringing up this man's Twilight days, because Robert Pattinson, he's not a big fan of Twilight movies neither. And he's proven time and time again that that he can act. He's more than just Twilight. He makes fun of Twilight, and ever since Twilight, Robert Pattinson's been in a ton of movies, and he's just proven over. He just keeps proving that he's a good actor. So I just wanted to get that out the way. Uh, so anyway, so yeah, Mickey 17. This it stars Robert Pattinson, uh, uh, and again directed by Bong uh, Joon Ho, uh, and this also stars Naomi Aki. Uh, what was her character's name? I just got done watching this movie and I forgot her character's name. But yeah, now Naomi Aki's in here. And if y'all remember, I reviewed another movie with Naomi Aki too. It was Blink Twice. She was in it with Channing Tatum. So she was in that movie with Channing Tatum. And also you have uh, Tony Collette and Mark Ruffalo. They both also started here, and Stephen Yeun. Stephen Yeun from Glenn from The Walking Dead. So it's a pretty decent star-studded cast you got, and so Robert Pattinson basically plays this this guy who got he's basically running away from like these loan sharks. Mickey Barnes is his name, and him and Steve Young, they're pretty much like best friends on Earth, and they were trying to they were trying to run a macaron business, and they open it up because of these loan sharks, and these loan sharks loan them money basically, and they couldn't keep the shop going, so they decided to basically run away and go to a space program, uh, and where he signs up to be what they call an expendable, and basically it's to try out their new program where you get basically they take your memories, your DNA, all that stuff. They imprint it to a machine, and he just keeps dying. So it's like every time he dies, uh, they bring him back, and they brought him back 17 times. That's why they call him, Mickey 17. He's the 17th one. And this has a lot of satire to it. It is really funny. It has a lot of funny moments to it. It's like a sci-fi comedy, if you would, because like so so the thing with Bong Joon Ho is he because I remember from like watching I remember watching Snowpiercer, and this reminded me so much of Snowpiercer in like so many ways. It has sci-fi elements. They're in space, uh, it does have to do with so Snowpiercer kind of had to do with like all the poor. It was There were basically all society was on a train in that movie, right? So all the poor society was basically like on the back of the train, and like the front of the train was all the rich society, all the people who ran the train or whatever. So this had like a similar feel to it because it was like because Mark Ruffalo basically plays like a president, uh, and he sort of runs this entire spaceship and or the space station, and they his wife too was played by Toni Collette, and she's kind of like a first lady or whatever. They both like run this entire thing, uh, and they're the ones who kind of started they basically started like the whole cloning thing. Basically, print they call it printing. They call it printing out a new, like when someone dies or whatever. All they need is their DNA and their memories, and they can just print out another version of that person. They can print out a clone of them. He dies a lot in here, so get ready for that one. And he and it's like he had like what the thing was getting me throughout the whole movie was everybody just kept asking him over and over again like how does it feel like to keep dying and basically just telling me he's like, man, it sucks, like, I mean, I just keep dying, like like he's like, every time I die, I mean, I know I'm going to come back, but like it doesn't feel good while I'm dying. I mean, so uh but I really did like that. Um, I thought that was really good. I like I like the relationship, uh, the chemistry between Robert Pattinson and Naomi Aki's character. Naomi Aki is really good too. That's another actress that people need to look out for because every time I see her in something, man, she just does an amazing job. I think like it's the only other thing I really saw her in was Blink Twice with Channing Tatum, and she was good in that too. Uh, so like I think like she does a really good job in this. Everybody does. I think my favorite character in here though was maybe I just like all the asshole characters, I guess. But Mark Ruffalo's character, I really liked him. He's basically like the head general of like the space station or whatever, and he's just such a he's a really cocky dude. Like he's like an asshole with a temper, but he's got Toni Collette. She's there playing his wife, and she's there to just kind of keep him like grounded. And they make like all these so they're like on this inhabited planet, and it's inhabited by these really worm like insect type aliens or whatever. So they usually take like they're taking their meat and making like trying to make delicacies out of them. And she's obsessed with making sauces. Like taking their blood and stuff is weird, and she's obsessed with making sauces and stuff like that, and she always wants people to try the sauces. um I thought that was pretty funny. Like a lot of this movie has some pretty good comedy to it. uh I think I think my like I said, the it's really good, and then like it really has like uh uh Bong Joon Ho's, like it has like his touch on it. It has all his touches. Like you can look at this and tell this is how he he directed. It's just a really it's like a satirical sci-fi type movie. I think my biggest issue, yeah, I know have an issue with this movie. It's not perfect. Uh, this I like if I was to put this up against Snowpiercer, like I said, I haven't seen Parasite yet, and I do want to get to Parasite. Um, but like if I had to put this against Snowpiercer, Snowpiercer, I think, was far better than this. Because Snowpiercer had, well, first of all, it's, starred Captain America Chris Evans, but like it had a straightforward plot, but it did something unique. Uh, Whereas I felt like with this movie, I felt like it had something going. Uh, I just don't think. I think the movie. Well, first of all, the movie's 2.5 hours long, and I think even for the runtime, watching this, I felt like it was running for way too long. I thought it. I thought it went for. I thought this movie went for way too long. Like this could have easily just been like a maybe an hour and 45 minutes, maybe even a 2 hour film. I don't. It. I don't know where the plot was going after a while. I think maybe halfway through the movie, I was a little. I was a little confused as to where the plot was going. Um, it's one of those movies where um, it makes the plot convoluted because it's like this plot point is happening, but then this plot point is happening, and they introduce a new plot point, and then they introduce another new plot point, and then you're kind of like, what is going on here? Yeah. And it really felt like it felt like it was making the movie long. Like it felt like this is a 2.5 hour movie, so like I saw The Substance, and that's a 2.5 hour movie. I saw one battle after another. That's a 3 hour movie, and I didn't really feel the lengths of those movies. But watching I felt it after a while. It was like it just felt like they were stacking plot points on top of they were introducing new plot points, and not really resolving them. Just adding sort of new plot points. Uh, so I don't know. This like it's not I don't want like it's not a bad movie. I still think it's a good movie. Uh, like I said, all the characters in here are good. There's Steven Yeun. Uh, I really did like his character in here, although he does something snaky in the movie. And I was like, okay, man, that's a little messed up. So, but um, I did like Naomi Aki a lot in here, especially Robert Pattinson. I thought, like I said, I thought their chemistry in here was amazing. Um, it felt like it felt like they was dating in real life. I don't know if they are, but like this movie, like their chemistry was so good in this. Uh, yeah, love hurts. Watch this movie and take notes. But yeah, I I did like this movie. Like I said, it's not perfect. I had a lot of issues with the plot. Even as the movie got further, it got to the point where I was like, okay, man, let's wrap this up. We're going a little too long now. It's clear we're just throwing in plot points to make the movie to lengthen the movie out a little bit. Let's hurry this one up. But yeah, even though the plot I thought was a little convoluted, it's still a good movie. I think I think it's definitely worth checking out. Um, I'm just gonna give this one a solid recommend. Um, it's not like a high recommend or whatever. Uh, I try not to look at the Rotten Tomato scores, but they had it posted on the movie description. I don't know why they do that. I saw this on where I saw this. I think I saw this on Prime. It was on Amazon Prime, and it's the very first sentence that you read on the description. It has the Rotten Tomato score, and I was like, why did y'all tell me the Rotten Tomato score? But so yeah, this got a 78% on Rotten Tomato score. The audience or the critic score I think was 78%, and the audience score was 73. So everybody's kind of feeling how I feel about the movie. It's fine. It's not like it's not like a masterpiece or anything like Snowpiercer. Snowpiercer was a masterpiece, and from what I'm hearing with Parasite was a masterpiece. Uh, but yeah, this is a step down, I think, for this director. He's such a good director. But I guess you could. It's okay to have your misstep. You make the movies. The last two movies he made were really good. So I guess he's allowed to have that one misstep. And again, it's not a bad movie if you want to check it out. So yeah, that's my review for this. It's just going to be a solid recommend. Um, I was leaning more closer towards a moderate recommend, but I was like, you know what, this is a solid movie. I got through it. Um, it was an interesting watch the entire time. I will say that about the movie. It was an interesting film. Uh, so yeah, that's my review for Mickey 17. It's gonna be a solid recommend. So tell me what you thought about Mickey 17 in the comments section. If you actually liked it better than me, or maybe you thought this is one of one of his director's best films. But yeah, like I said, definitely comment and let me know what you think. And I will see you next video. Peace.